Hello and welcome to Royal Mystic Collective Wisdom. I am your host, Royal Mystic, and we're going to take another deep dive into the energy of solfeggio or solfeggio frequencies. And these are the sounds that are emitted, and usually people know them from the voice exercises. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And I thought, my whole life, I thought when they were saying so, that they were saying S-O. But it is actually sol, and the next sound is la when you hear it. So sol, la, ti, do. It is the energy of being in an interchangeable frequency. Okay? So I'm just going to give a quick example. The sound that we're going to talk about today is the 396 hertz, and it sounds like this. Reminds me of an old steamship. And if I take the number and switch it around, the alternative frequency for this same set of numbers in a different order is Fa, which is 639, Fa, and C, 963, C. These sounds affect every cell in your body when you make them. I use them. I just wanted to show you the interchangeable, even though they're the same numbers in different orders and they make a different sound, they do different things. These interchanges are the three numbers moved around to different orders, and they're always those three numbers for those three sounds. Then you have the rest of them. So there are 6 basic real sounds that affect all the chakras in your body, and they are part of the solfeggio sequence, which ranges with the actual harmonies of your chakras, because your chakras are tuned to the A, B, C, D, E, F, G on the scale of music. So when we're in the energy of understanding that this is about a connection to your cells are actually healed by either immersing yourself in the sound or making the sound from within. And I use them for that purpose when we do meditations. I have my memberships, people who are part of my membership, they get a daily reading with a daily meditation. And we change which frequency we exhale to on a daily basis, depending on if it shows up in the cards or if it just, I'm going to do it no matter what. I figured out that I didn't want to waste the opportunity. It was a wasted opportunity if I didn't exhale to one of these frequencies. So the one we're talking about today is about releasing yourself or dissolving all fear, shame, and guilt. This is something that's really important because we all have that. It's been inflicted upon us by our people who say they love us, our friends, our family, our relationships, even with people that are our coworkers. And we have to be careful not to continue to tell the story, whatever that story is. Because to change what you're experiencing is to change your experience. Ooh, deep stuff there. I have to write that down. Changing your experience is allowing yourself to be open to new experiences and release the old. It's like if you had some, bunch of shoes. I don't know about you guys, but I like me some shoes. And I went through all my shoes and got rid of the ones that were literally pretty near coming apart, and ones that hurt, ones that I'd bought because they were cute. Well, I'm over that. So now I've changed my story. If it doesn't feel good on my feet, I'm not wearing it, and it's not going to hold energy in my possessions, in my closet, within my things that I care about. And just life's too short for shoes that hurt your feet. So when we're in the frequency, let's talk a little bit about why it's important to understand that the frequencies matter. So the vibrational frequencies are very much the cohesiveness of how your body reacts to situations. And if you're in a capacity to really take on a challenge, it's better to have yourself in alignment, because if you're already off kilter, it can really do a number on you. So when this particular sound comes from within your body, every single cell in your body is reacting to it. It is that important that you have to understand that even the earth makes a frequency sound. It's called the Schumann resonance. Some of you may have heard of it. Just by playing the sound, I have a Schumann resonance box. It's just a little box you plug in, and it emits the sound that is inaudible. And the reason it's inaudible is because it is the same sound the earth is making that we've heard since our creation, since we've been conceived. We are deaf to it. It's like having a constant sound of a fan, and you get used to the sound of the fan, the white noise, and then you can't sleep without one, right? I've put myself through that one. So the Schumann resonance is absolutely in alignment to assist your brain in higher function. It actually makes synchronization. So that goes right along with, we've all heard the stories of playing classical music versus, hard rock, and how it affects plants and their growth and their fruit and how they produce it, if, how the energy is happy or sad or negative. And the water, when you've seen the examples of the water words written on it, and people just looking at them and reading the word, is that intention that whatever that word means, if it's negative or positive, affects the water differently. This is the same concept, only now you can play background music that sounds like spa music, that's vibrating at a frequency that will help you reset yourself. So if you're in the middle of an anxiety attack, and you can put on some headphones and play this energy, or even just turn it on in the room, it will help to decompress that and literally bring you back into synchronicity. Understanding that this all has to do with, your brain waves, and the same frequencies that affect your brain waves are the same frequencies we're talking about. So I don't know if you've heard of this, but there are 5 states: delta, theta, alpha, beta, and gamma. And they are very much part of how your brain functions in the repair and the energy to help assist to reset. This particular frequency, the 396 hertz, is connected to your root chakra, which is your sense of security, your sense of groundedness, your sense of belonging. We discussed the root chakra, so you guys can reflect on that if you want. We're just taking this another step further and talking now about the energies that go with what's happening and how to enhance that, right? Enhance that connection and reset your anchor, basically. When we have the energy of allowing your emotions to flow healthy and to let go of the defensiveness or feeling under attack, this can change your life. It can change everything about how you see the world. being in harmony or being in disharmony. And it literally improves your sense of happiness and how enjoyable you feel your life experience is. Even if you've had a negative past and been through the ringer with people who might have caused you damage or something that you can't forgive yourself for, understanding that this is how to reset. Having the ability to play any sound or make the sound yourself. See, that's the whole thing. You don't even need to have it from the exterior. It's more powerful when it comes from within you. So sitting down and simply taking a deep breath and then allowing yourself, it doesn't say how loud you have to make the sound. You can do it under your breath. You can do it, go in your car at lunch break, in the bathroom if there's nobody in there. So if you're lucky enough to have a private bathroom, that's wonderful. I'm talking about at work. It'll also allow you to understand that these frequencies are also aligned with certain crystals. And all your root chakra crystals will help with that. So let's briefly run through some of those. Bloodstone, red Jasper, Obsidian, Hematite. Now, Hematite is a really good root chakra energy because it is believed to be, that's what the core of the earth is believed to be made of. You've got Garnet. You've got Tiger's Eye, black Tourmaline, Smokey Quartz, Onex. I would also throw in the energy of being very much in that place of healthy energy and allowing yourself to be very grounded. I would throw in Carnelian because it is a powerful energy, but it's also a very healing energy. So, and rose quartz. Let me not forget that one because that's a good one. When you are in the energy of allowing yourself to release this, as you allow yourself to kind of run through that gamut of clearing, and I would literally recommend using a mental image of whatever the trauma is or whatever the block is or whatever you feel is that negative source. Literally seeing it like pixelate, dissolve itself like it's going through a pixel shredder, right? Or you could even see it as an ink stain that just washes out as you're taking a shower. You can do it and see that just rinsing that energy out of you and making the sound as you do it. This is ancient medicine. This has been used by the monks and the spiritual shaman eons and eons back. It's funny how we start to relearn things that people have tried to hide power from us. And we're pretty tenacious. So we do go back and root out the old tried and true things. And I cannot emphasize how important and how wonderful the ability to use sound has helped me in my life. Just remember, we have to know that there's always going to be obstacles. Nobody skates through this life without a couple of chinks in the armor at least. And some of the stuff we may do of our own volition. These may be things that we caused our own issue, or we hold our own guilt or fear because of an old thought that we may be carrying, even from childhood, that's never been vetted. So allow yourself to be open to what that root is. Anytime there's ever an issue in your life, that especially when it causes you to react or be defensive, it is something that you've got to get out in the open and pull it out of that shadow and that place where you've swept it to hide it. You're not helping yourself by hiding it. Pull it out, examine it, debunk it, or forgive it, and let it go. The energy from this particular frequency will help you do that. And I can't brag on it enough. I'm so happy that I learned about this. I was given a book by the author, Sacred Geometry Healing Cards. If you watch my videos, sometimes you'll see them on there. Emily Kisvarda wrote it. And in the book, she had a lot of knowledge, so much richness in one book and one set of cards, because I had just started to activate I had started to see a Merkaba spinning, and I didn't know even what I was looking at. It was happening. I was having visions of it. And she heard me talk about it in the readings. She's a wonderful intuitive herself. And so she sent me her deck and the book that goes with it. So if you're more interested in some of that, the name of her deck is Sacred Geometry Healing Cards. And you can find her at phoenixgateways.com. And on the front of the cover of it, it's orange and black, and it has a beautiful owl, silver owl with a Merkaba in the center of his tummy. But that's how I started on this little journey. And then I got, had to dig in a little more. And that's why I want to educate everyone I can about what the possibilities are to help you clear so that you can be absolutely the person that you want to be without the past holding you back and without fear holding you back. And so that you can be able to trust again and move forward into your best possible life and help create the legacy you were meant to have and why your soul came here to be here and participate in this wonderful life that we live. So with that, I will send you all lots of love, abundance, healing, prosperity, joy, peace, and happiness. And I'll see you again next week, and we'll talk about our next frequency. Many blessings to you, my darlings, and thank you for sharing this time with me. Namaste.